Hello everyone. Today I thought we would do a resin freeform necklace using the Steampunk Gears. You'll also need some chain, and you'll need lobster claw closures and jump rings. I do have some really cute little charms here. I may use them. I'm not really sure yet, but this is also a possibility that you could use in your design. And you'll need some flush cutters to cut the chain. All right, to begin, we'll just set a few things aside till they're needed. So you'll definitely need all your little gears. You get a big bag of them, so you can just go through them and pick a few that you really like. You don't need this many. You could use just a couple for this project. You'll need your UV resin. Don't forget that. Also, I'm using this little silicone mat, so I can just sort of stick them on there temporarily, and then I can just move them to the UV light. Or what you could do is, if you're working on a silicone mat, you can do it directly on the silicone mat and then move your UV light over it to cure them. So I'm going to move some of these aside. And I also have one of the gears that I used in another project, and it has a little space for a stone or a little rhinestone. So I may use this one. I'm not sure. So as you know, rhinestones are optional. And we'll just place that there. And then we'll kind of just put some next to it and see. You can even like connect the gears a little bit. How you might want to start this, just to get an idea. And then I'll probably work out this way. So the larger portion will be at the bottom, and then it will work its way up. So this is just the start of it. Now they don't all have to connect. I'm just finding ways that I think it will look good. And you don't have to keep it symmetrical. You could have it, less on this side, more on this side. It's all up to you. Okay, so I think that's where I'm going to, wait, maybe I can stick one more in there. But just move them a little bit. All right, so that's how I'm going to start this. And now what I'm going to do is just take my UV resin, and you're going to need a little mixing bowl and either a brush or a like a mixing tool, just to dab on some UV resin. So I'm just putting a little bit in a mixing bowl, and then I'm just going to dab little sections here and there just so that they hold. And if they move around, you can just move them back, Sometimes they will move a little bit. Okay, so now we're going to cure this for, I would say 90 seconds. Now that it's done curing, we can remove it from the mat, but be very careful because it still can fall apart. It's not solid yet. Then we'll just set it down, and then we'll look at it. So this is the base of the necklace. Then we can add just a few more pieces, maybe something like that. Let's see, we got this little one. We have this, which I said we could add a stone to. These I think would be great. Now you can use these also to connect the jump rings, but I thought we could use this to connect the jump ring. So I would just put it like that. And then, like I said, I might use the charms, so you could hang a charm off of there. And let's see. Okay, so then again, thinking like that, maybe that there, just so I can hang some charms off. You don't have to have it exactly like this. You could have like more on one side and then have it swoop up. I'm not sure if I'm going to use this one. Now, I also thought maybe hanging some of these off, like the, put a jump ring there and then add these. These are little timepieces. I thought that might be nice. But let's get this all connected first. And then we'll see what we're going to do after that. Oops, that moved. You can use tweezers also to move these around and keep them in place. I'm just making sure I got everything. Okay. And now we're going to cure this for 90 seconds. All right, now that these are all connected, what I'd like to do is start working with some resin and going over the entire top of it and fill in these little gaps so that it holds it solid. And when we do this, we're not going to do the whole thing all at once. We're just going to do little by little. Make sure you do not fill in the areas where you're going to either put the chain where it's connected with the jump rings, or if you're using the charm. And you will fill in the spaces in between the gears also. And just take your time. You don't have to hurry with this. Okay, so now that this section is done, we're going to cure it for 180 seconds. All right, now that this section is cured, we'll work over on this section. And remember to also look for any bubbles and make sure that you remove them. Now, another option that you could do, which you might be interested in, is to maybe do different colors, mix up different colors, and place different colors in there. Give it more of a unique look. Okay, and then we're going to cure this for 180 seconds. And then after I do that section, I'm going to cure the entire thing again for 180 seconds. It's done curing. So now I'm going to take it off carefully. I see I missed a bubble there. Perfectly okay. So just remove it carefully. And as you can see, I don't know if you can see this, you can see little wet marks. That is the resin that seeped underneath and did not cure. So we're just going to clean this up with just a baby wipe. You don't have to use anything that great to clean it up. You can get inexpensive baby wipes and then just wipe it up. Make sure it's all off there. Might have to just do a little scrub just to make sure it's all off. And then any of the resin that did cure on here will just come off with it. Just throw that to the side, and then we'll just move this forward and See, this is the good side, and this is a bit sticky. So what we'll do is we will add a layer of resin to this side, and then we will cure it. Remember to look for the bubbles. This side will go a little quicker because you already filled everything in, so just be careful so it doesn't flow over the edges. And then just use your brush and just go to the edges. Like so. And now we'll cure it for, I would say cure it for about 5 minutes. Okay, the back side is done curing. I had turned it over to the front. I would like to put a rhinestone in. One right here. It's one of these multicolored rhinestones. I don't know if you can see like different colors in there, but it's a flat back. And I'm just going to place a little bit, you can glue it in, don't forget that, you can glue it in, but I'm just going to use a little bit of resin on my brush, place it in there. I need a little bit more. There. And then you take the rhinestone and place it in. And then you can cure it for 90 seconds. And I'll show you when we're done. Alright, now that it's done and cured, I did do another layer on top and made sure I went around the rhinestone very carefully. I thought I, pressed for the video, but I didn't. So, what I want to show you is, this is what it looks like. So next, you're going to need jump rings and your chain. And what you'll need to do is, depending on how long you want this to hang off your neck, that's how you determine how much chain you're going to be putting on. So since I want this closer to my neck, I measured from here to the back of my neck, and I measured 6 inches, and I gave enough area for jump rings and for the lobster claw closure. So first, you're going to have to open one of these up to the side and then just place it on here. Next, you could do this in advance also. Take your chain and measure the amount that you need. So I need 6 inches. So right there, I will cut it. And then I can just double check that, make sure that's what I have. It's a little bit over. It's about, let me see, it's about 6 1/4. That's fine. I'll just hang just a touch lower. And then you can take the end of your chain and measure it up with this. A good thing to do is, if you want to get it accurate, you can put both ends of the chain on your jump ring and let it hang, and then you can slowly pull down until you get to the end, and at that point you'll know where to cut, and then you have an accurate length for both pieces. So then you just take a jump ring and you place it on one side and put one of the ends on, and then close it up. That's one side, and then we'll do the other side. Because the chain is so small, it's kind of hard to get on there. Okay. Close this jump ring up. Okay, so we got that far now. And determine which side you want your lobster claw on. I always like it on the right. It's just easier. I suppose whichever hand is your dominant hand, you can put the lobster claw on that, but I always like it on the right. So this will be the right side when I'm wearing it. So I'll just open the jump ring, find the end, place it onto the jump ring. So I got the end of the chain onto the jump ring, and then I'm putting the lobster claw on. And now I'm closing this one up. And then on this side, I'm opening the jump ring, and this is what the lobster claw will be closing onto. So close that up. So it would be like this. You can open it up and close it. And that's your freeform Steampunk Gears. Okay, now that we got the chain on, if you do want to hang something from these edges, you can. I have little timepieces, which I think might look nice. I also have a large one. So let's see. Maybe the small. So then to add these, you just need another 2 jump rings. And just as simple as putting the chain on, just open it up, put this on there. Now, obviously you're not going to have the exact same gears, and you might not want to, you know, put these pieces on, but it's really cute. You could always hang them off something like this. So when you're filling it in, depending on where you might want to hang a charm off of, you would just not fill in that area so that you could hang your charm, because not all the gears come like this with the 2 little areas where you could put a chain or, you know, or your little charm. So you'd have to hang it off one of the gears. And in that case, instead of filling it in, like I said, you would just, there we go. I think that looks nice. There you go. So I will show you what it looks like when I put it on, and I'll be right back. Hello again. Here's the necklace. I think it looks beautiful, and this is with the 6 1/4 inch chain. Now remember, you can do it whatever length you want, so if you want it hanging down lower, you can do it that way also. I wanted mine closer to the neck. So with that being said, I do hope you liked my video, and if you did, give me a thumbs up, subscribe to my channel, and press that bell for further notifications of my upcoming videos. Also, in the description box below, you'll find links to supplies, and you'll find links to my artwork, my photography, and my jewelry. So thank you again, and we'll see you soon. Bye-bye.